Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be showing all of the fall Squishmallows that I have purchased. Sorry about the white noise, by the way, it's just from my air filter. Some of them are like quote unquote fall, some of them are Halloween, and some of them I feel like sort of kind of fit like a fall aesthetic. There were definitely more that I have been wanting. I really want the Benny with the candy corn ears. I really want the I don't know if it's a Benny Day of the Dead one. The Day of the Dead ones, I just keep finding the octopus ones for whatever reason. I'm guessing it's because people don't want those, but yes, so it's been a pretty good hunt though. And I tried to take some footage that I'm going to be putting in my other like fall activities video of my Squishmallow hunts, but a lot of these I did also not record because I forget sometimes. But anyways, let's get into them. I'm going to start off with the ones that aren't exactly fall, or they don't quite fit into the fall category, and they're just like vanilla Squishmallows, I guess you could call them. Well, sort of. This one is the first one that I found. I do believe I have some footage of finding him. He's so soft. So soft. Not even like, I'm really happy they don't, or at least I haven't found a Squishmallow with Sherpa on it because I really hate Sherpa. It's just like a texture thing. I really hate it when it gets washed and then it gets gross, but he is super fluffy and he's so cute. This is Myper and he's a Fuzzamallow. I have never found a Fuzzamallow before, so he was a pretty great find. I don't have any mice either in my collection. This is like my other plushie collection, but I may show you guys the other like giant thing filled with Squishmallows. But yeah, so he was a pretty great find. I believe I found him in Walmart. But yeah, so pretty cute, but I do think he is like sort of kind of fall, or at least like as a mouse. Maybe a chipmunk would have been better, but yeah. And then the next one that I found, he was kind of a steal. I found him, he still has like the Marshall's tag on him. Yeah, and some of mine don't have the tags on. If I have the tags and find them, well, I try to keep all of my tags, but I don't like them on them because a lot of times I'll use a Squishmallow just as I get it for pillows and stuff like that. They're great for throw pillows, and I sleep with a pink cow one every single night. So but yes, he was a great find within Marshall's. And he was super cheap, and it's Edward, and he's the bald eagle. I don't know why, like I know he's not a turkey, which I did find turkeys, and I haven't gotten one yet, which I probably should, but I feel like he kind of fits like the overall kind of like fall aesthetic, probably a little bit more than Myper does, to be honest. But yeah, I thought he was a super cute addition to my collection. Now I will move on to the Halloween squish that I have gotten. The first one is Oogie Boogie, and I will show all, because he does not have his tag on at the moment, but I'll show it like here in the corner of me filming for each one that doesn't have a tag on him, because like I said, I like to take them off. I really love to cuddle with my Squishmallows as I get them. But I really love the stitching that's on him. It is so cool, like the embroidery and things, and like the dice that are on him as well. And I really love, and like you can see it's doubled up on the back, and then it is even up here on his little like swoosh. He was the last one. I found him in Kroger, and there were a bunch of like the brownish colored ones, which are not my favorite. I really like the dice, this one more. And when I was looking online, like even the 8-inch was like $40 or $50. at the time that I was looking for some of the other Nightmare Before Christmas plushes. But he was definitely one of my favorites of the collection. I didn't really love Jack, surprisingly. I just felt like he was a little bit underwhelming, and yeah, so I felt like he would be a good buy. And he is, and I really like him a lot. And I also feel like he just brings a little bit more color for Halloween. I really like the green and the red together, so I'm like reviewing the color combinations. But and then the next one that I got, well, actually my dad bought this one, so I buy majority of these with my own money, and like I'm giving my parents money back for this one. I'm in college, I'm a senior in college, so I don't live with them, and like I pay my own rent and things like that. It's the apartment that I live in. But my dad constantly travels across the country, so if I want a Squishmallow that I can't find from where I live, I try to send him a picture of them, so if there's any left he can find them for me. And Zero was super difficult for me to try and find. I did find more when I got Oogie Boogie, but my dad found this one of the bigger one in LA, and it was so dirty. I'll put like some screenshots here as well after I put Zero's tag in, but it was really funny because this is the one that I wanted the most this year. I really wanted the big, I think he's 12 inches. 12 inches / 14 maybe, but I was trying to find this thing everywhere. I ordered it to like pick up in the store of Walgreens, and then they canceled my order because they didn't actually have it when they said they had him in stock. So I was really trying to find him everywhere. But yeah, and then on Amazon he wasn't showing up anymore, and just the 8-inch was showing up for like 26 bucks. But yeah, so my dad found him for me, sent him to me from Georgia, which is where they live, after they washed him. But yeah, so I'm super happy that I did get Zero. He's so cute. I love his ears. They are sewn, so they're really like matching kind of like the aesthetic of Zero in the movie, and they have his little collar. I don't love that this is kind of like a weird like little lip, but I also love the shaping of his eyes as well. And then I feel like a lot of people also think that Zero has a red nose, but he does have the pumpkin orange nose, and it just looks red at certain points when he's like supposed to look like Rudolph, basically. Yeah, so those are my 2 Nightmare Before Christmas Squishmallows. I also thought that oh my god, I can't remember what his name is, but we did find one that was the reversible guy. That one was really cool, but I just couldn't justify buying another one that night. So yeah, I had some self-control, somewhat. I try to have as much self-control as I can muster up, but yeah. And then the next Halloween Squishmallow I got was this guy. He is very large. I got him in a Kroger as well. Zero was from Kroger too. Kroger is like a really good place, at least near me, to get Squishmallows, but this dude is huge, and he's like a witch doctor. I don't know exactly what they're called, but he's got this cute little hat on him, and he has a tail. Why does he have a tail? Is there like somebody, like another animal inside of him, or like underneath the mask? I'm so confused. But he's got the little buttons on him. He's very soft. I have noticed they have started using like a weirder feeling material that's on him, and I don't know if that's because of like for certain colors or what, but like Zero's the same like traditional Squishmallow material, and so is he. He is so cute and he is so big. So yeah, I really like to have him on my couch. I did find like the bat, or the candy corn with wings. I think it had bat wings. So he was pretty cool, but yeah, I really love him. We snuggle with him all the time on the couch, and he is my biggest squish that I got for Halloween. Yeah. And then the last like Halloween sort of themed Squishmallow, but I think she could stay out for fall too. I mean, I'm gonna keep all of them out probably for fall, to be honest, or at least like through Thanksgiving, and I'll probably get like a couple more like Thanksgiving-y Squishmallows, depending on what comes out. But she is a little cat in the pumpkin. It was very funny. I think she was the first like fall Halloween Squishmallow that I got, just because I went to Meijer and like everything was cleared out, but then in like a pile of like blankets or like in one of those baskets, she was magically just sitting in it. So yeah, that's how I found her. She's super cute, as a little 8-inch, and I love her. She's just so cute for Halloween, and yeah. Anyways, so now getting into like these specific like fall themed ones. Sorry about the rustling of the bag. This one I ordered Malcolm. I ordered him and had to wait a couple weeks for him to ship through Amazon, but he has this cute little scarf. I do not own any of the mushrooms, so I was super happy to get him when I saw him on Amazon. But he's so cute. I feel like that same like weird feeling a little bit for some spots on him, but then like it's just like for the scarf maybe, and like his head a little bit. But yeah, it's like a weird texture that I just cannot explain. I'm wondering if it's just like the colored fabric, or maybe if it's like shorter for like the actual like fuzzy part on top. I don't know. I mean, the whole thing is like fuzzy, but yeah, super cute from Amazon. Came to me in a nice little package, and he's super squishy and super cute, and I can keep him up throughout as more of a Thanksgiving sort of like general fall squish. And to go along with him, I have a mini one. So I got a mini Malcolm at Five Below. We waited outside of the Five Below on Sunday, or like a couple Sundays ago. I don't remember. Yeah, last Sunday I went for like the little squish, but I think they're releasing those at different times. Yeah, I didn't find any that I wanted because they basically had none. Yeah, he's got me a scarf, and he goes great with the big one. They look so cute together. But yeah, Five Below. I definitely, his print on his head, actually this one for ordering, he looks pretty good for the mushroom print. But yeah, I think this was the best one that we could find for his print, but it does look a little dopey and like uneven because his spot is just empty. But yeah, so they look so cute together. A big one and a baby one. Yeah, I love doing that when I can for Squishmallows that match, but I sadly do not have enough of those yet. So I have a lot of Squishmallows, but I just don't have any that really like match except for those, unlike like ones that are in different colors maybe. And then I have a little Benny. He still has his tag on, but he's got like this weird little beanie cap on. I don't know, but like I am really happy because they did still print his feet this time, even though he's like this odd little size. because they don't sell the 8 inches anymore at Five Below. He's like a 6 inch. 6 inches? Yeah. But he's super cute, super soft, like brown color. So we love him. Yeah, I love. These are the Yetis, correct? I don't know. Sometimes I think they're Yeti, but then sometimes I think they're something else. I don't know why I think that, but he's got his little tooth. But yeah, he's so cute. And I don't have any buddies, so I'm glad to have him. And then the last little guy that I got was Connor, and he is the same. Like, this especially feels weird to me on the bottom of him, but yeah, he's just interesting for the plaid. But he's in like little plaid pajamas, and he's so cute. He kind of matches the other Connor that I have without the shirt on. But yeah, here's his tag as well. He's so cute. Honestly, I might leave this one out for Christmas too, just because I think that this fits in really well with flannel pajamas for Christmas. But yeah, he's super adorable. I've never gotten a cow in Five Below, just because they're so hard to get, and there are so many people always waiting outside of Five Below before they open for the new drops, or even like on off day drops. Yes, and then that is all the Squishmallows that I got this year for fall. I may get a couple more, and if I do, maybe I'll add it on to the end of this video. Yeah, I've got like, I also got these like fun little stickers for like from Gudetama and from Banana Ya, but they're so cute. But yeah, so that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you liked this more, like me going through all of them, and kind of, I guess, like giving a short little review of each of them. I really do enjoy plushie collecting since I was younger, so Squishmallows have definitely kind of reignited that collector in me. Yeah. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.